Started off at Mass Bay Community College, Brandeis, MPU. I did a double major, and then I did more in chemistry, different kinds of chemistry. The way we as Westerners have looked at medicine in general is that, hey, there's a molecule and it's going to serve this purpose, and we're going to track it through the human body and make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. There are a lot of jobs, pharmaceuticals, that somebody can have, and they can be a part of a system that works pretty well to churn out products that are, pretty good, but maybe not quite as good as cannabis for treating certain conditions. Cannabis, we're talking about hundreds possibly of different molecules, and we can't possibly track all of them, and that I think scares a lot of people. Why it works so well, I don't know. It's probably that there are so many cannabinoids in there. I've seen the results here, and at this point there's no going back. Science is generally driven by data, and the number one counterpoint is that there isn't enough data to support that cannabis works. Whatever we're used to, I don't think matters as much as the final result. If it works better, then use it. Throw everything else out the window. We all grew up in an environment where cannabis wasn't legal. That's not really a good enough reason to me not to pursue it as a medicine. Just seeing the difference it makes in people's lives. To me, the outcomes are the most important thing. Philosophically, why not try it and see if it works for you? The more people take that view, the more people will try it and see that it's working for them and it has way fewer side effects. If it does, great. If it doesn't, it's not addictive, you're fine. Go on and try something else. What we're doing, it's a combination of different approaches. We've looked at decarboxylation, we've looked at vaporization, we've looked at ABV, already been vape material. One thing that we've tried to do is at least give them an ability, give them a path to dosing consistently. It's not like an Advil. It doesn't come in 200, here's a 200 milligram tablet, and they're all like that, and you know exactly what you're going to get from each one. That's not so much an experiment as a system that we've built to give patients that opportunity. It's on our dose calculator, it's on our labels. We've really put a lot into that. A good scientist will reserve judgment until they see data. It's been really hard to have a good concerted effort to gather that data because it's Schedule 1, and Schedule 1 drugs have no medicinal value by definition. So it's hard to make a case to study something as medicine if it's already defined to have no medicinal value. But there are people out there who are saying, screw it, I don't believe that assertion, and I'm gonna see what data I can find. And more people are jumping on board and just trying stuff. We're doing it here all the time. The labs all over the country are doing that just about daily. There's a change in public perception of marijuana. More and more people at least know somebody who's tried it medically. There's a Harvard McLean study right now to see what cannabis does in patients. So I think as people become more aware that it seems to work, they're going to try things regardless of what anybody says they can or can't do. What's hard is to get large institutions on board to really conduct a large study, because that's millions and billions of dollars, and if it's federally illegal, you just might have all that confiscated. Nobody wants to risk it. Well, at a certain point, you have to say, look, I'm providing data and information to patients who have had physicians recommend marijuana for them. If somebody thinks that should be illegal, I'm sorry, I guess I'm just gonna have to do something that's illegal. It's really hard for a DA, for example, to say, yeah, I'm gonna go after this lab that's trying to help patients by giving them the assurance of safety and efficacy.